So in a nutshell, how would you best describe the Monty Python series, the group, the style, the humor, to somebody who's never heard of them or has never seen anything?
There can be no one in the world who doesn't know of Monty Python. We are everywhere in the world, in the far reaches of New Guinea. Our shows play. It's quite extraordinary. It is all over the place, but how do you describe it? It's intelligent and silly at the same time. It's surreal, it's anti-authoritarian, it's six guys who got away with murder is really what it's about. Because we were really the product of education, because everybody had been well educated at Oxford and Cambridge, and we're also the beneficiaries of a very laissez-faire attitude at the BBC, and the six of us went out to make each other laugh, and that's what we did. There was no interest in an audience or who it eventually reached, and somehow what we did just seems to translate around the world, and it should have died long ago. It's now, we began in 1969. That's a long time ago, and it still plays. In America, it's probably playing somewhere every day of the week.
It's a nice little earner, is it?
Nice little earner, as you say, yeah, right out. It's, yes, our pension fund is, because we own the television shows. This is what's extraordinary, is because the BBC sold the last series to ABC Television in the States, and they trimmed them down, and we didn't like that, so we took them to court. And Mike Palin and I were in the High Court in New York, fighting for the right to be silly in our way. And over the course of 3 years, they finally settled, and the BBC gave us all of the tapes to our television shows, and they go on. And then we started making movies, and we own a couple of those movies too. So all of this continues to feed my children and pay for the mortgage.
Do you ever get tired of being asked about Python?
Not really, because if it wasn't for Python, we wouldn't be talking right now. I mean, it really opened everything that I wanted to do, because I'd always wanted to be a film director, but I didn't see any way to work up through a system. I have no ability to do that. And so from Python going into animation, which led to Terry Jones and I directing the first Python movie, Holy Grail, this opened all the doors. And so now I'm a film director thanks to Monty Python. So it was also a great time. I mean, I don't know how we did some of the things we did. We were just so, exhilarated working, and there was a lot of tension in the group, and it was very exciting. But the best part was to have the freedom to do whatever we wanted to do. That's what was extraordinary.
And what did moving to, when you started doing the Holy Grail and Life of Brian, actually they were quite a fair few years apart. I mean, some people don't realise that there was quite a long break between the end of the series and the films. But Holy Grail was before Jabberwocky? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, correct, yeah.
So when you moved into film, from your point of view as an animator, did that give you more stuff to put your hands on, work in 3 dimensions and art direct more?
The difficulty is moving from animation to film was that as an animator, I basically worked on my own, and my social skills were limited. And it was when I started directing, I realized I have got to start, involving other people more. And it was difficult when we did Holy Grail, because it was 2 directors, it was Terry Jones and myself, and we eventually agreed to split the work. He would talk to the others in the group, because I got fed up with it, talking to them, and I would stay back with the camera and make sure it looked good. And that worked nicely. When we did Jabberwocky, which is the first I did on my own, I was quite surprised that the actors thought, because my chair said director, that I knew what I was doing. So they would, if I'd say lie down in the dirt, I'm going to pour filth on you, fine, go right ahead. The tricky part was, because with animation, you're thinking, 24 frames a second. You're actually individual pictures. And it took me a while to break out of seeing just the individual pictures and start thinking in a broader way.